Hello, friends. Do you know what today is? It is Halloween. Yes, it is. And because it's Halloween, I decided to, well, okay, I love Nightmare Before Christmas, right? So this is where two holidays collide. Okay, no, not really. Well, sort of, I guess. Anyway, we are going to make Edison. And we're going to give him a top hat because we're going to make him all steampunk. I mean, Halloween, come on. And a name like Edison, you got to have steampunk, right? Okay, so we are going to get started. Oh, haha, by the way, my name is Wendy. How are you? I am a scrapbooker, a paper crafter, and an aspiring junk journaler. And I hope you enjoy coming on this ride with me. We're going to start in my sunroom. And this is where I've got my cutting machine. I'm just checking to see if this will fit inside there, and it does. It's just perfect. Okay. So, this is some of what we're going to do. I'm going to first run these dies through the machine, and then I'm going to run the cut pieces through. Like this will be for the gears for steampunk, and this will be the outer edge. These are both 3D folders. Okay, so Winston is colorized, which means he's got multiple layers. And I want him to look steampunk. I could have done him all in grays, but I wanted to make him look rusty. So, I'm going to get out my vintage photo for starters. Let me find it. So, I want him to look rusty. And I didn't need to worry about the lid, this part, the little vine, little handle, whatever you want to call it. Didn't need to worry about that because we're going to cover it with a hat. So because this is a 3D, we can bring the gears out just by inking over them. And they will not all show because they're going to be covered up, which is a shame because I really like this die. Let me get a little close. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Now we got to move way over here. Okay. So you can get a better look. I may do this in ground espresso. Let's just see how it looks for now. So see if you can see the die, the embossing folder there. And I don't know how much of that is going to show through. It may really just be a bit of color. So, all right. So now this one, I think I will do this one with ground espresso, just because I want it to be darker. So let's put them together and see how he looks. So you can see the gears. I may do a little more with that. And this does make it look rusty. I like that. Wow, I really like that. Okay, so this one, I'm going to give it a little bit of a darker color just so things show up. Let's see if that helped. I like them. Okay, let's glue them down. Okay, so let's do the hat. Now this is going to be ephemera, which basically means, for me, it means it's going on that bulletin board. Not that I don't want it to look great on the bulletin board, because I sure do. But it also means that, you know, it's only going to be up there for a short time, and then it's going to end up in a book that you know, the organization is going to hang on to. So, though I could put way more steampunky kind of things on here, I'm kind of thinking I'm happy with it the way it is. So we've got, so if you can see, there's a little bit of metal in there. I had used different paper. I used paper that was the same color all the way through, which when I was thinking it's out in my head, I was going to use something different, but then when I started doing it, I just grabbed whatever scraps that I had just sitting there. So, but I think it's going to be cute. We had a Halloween party last week, and with the kids and their parents, and I thought this would be cute to go with the pictures that I took. So I love the hat on him. Fits him just right. So let me glue up here. And like I said, I didn't need to cut out the stem. Have to remember to push this out more, or change how my angle is, which would probably help me out a whole lot more. And so where'd the spider go? I just had it. Hold on. Okay, so I'm only going to glue the bottom part of the spider because part of it's going to be hanging off. Because he kind of gets lost. I wanted him like on the hat, but he kind of gets lost on the hat. So let's put him on the pumpkin part. Okay, and he'll show up more on whatever background I put him on. So this is Edison, and he's cute. I like this shadow here, so with the other color. So this does not make me unhappy. I like him. He's cute. Okay, we're going to make one more pumpkin. We are back in my now not so sunny sunroom because the sun is setting. We are going to make a pumpkin out of ovals. Crazy, huh? Yep, we sure are. Well, the first step though is going to be to take care of our paper. So, and the very, very first step is to take archival ink and then to ink it over the design. This one is called Engraved, and it is, oh, guess what? It's one of my absolute favorites. When I use them over and over and over again, you know they're favorites. So, this is also, Tim Holtz has like regular embossing folders, and then he's got layered embossing folders, and then he's got 3D embossing folders. And I'm not sure if this is layered or if this is 3D. Oh, I forgot one more step. Hold on. So I spritzed it with water. And the back side is the one I spritzed with water. Now I'm going to lay this down and we're going to run it through the machine. And I'm just going to speed that process up because it's kind of annoying. So let's see how it did. Ooh, I love it. Now, this paper is a little thinner, and so it did get some white spots, but we can take care of that with either orange or more vintage photo. Okay, so I'm going to put this all back together again. And I'm going to put it this way. I do not have that sandwiched well. There we go. I'm going to put this down. Move this over so you can see. And now we're going to use 3. And I've actually seen it up to 5. You can use between 3 and 5 depending on how big you want your pumpkin. But I'm going to use 3. Now these are called nested. So each of these has 5 dies. I don't know what size I want to use, so I haven't thrown together that little space yet, but I think I might use a smaller one, because this is going to go on the photos of where the kids are holding their pumpkins. So you get 5 times 5, which is 25 of these, which is cool. Now I'm going to kind of decide, I would like that in the center. That's the focal point of the whole thing. So I'll put that in the center. And I would like to kind of avoid as much of the white area as possible. It really does not matter which direction I put them as I'm cutting them, because the design, the engraved design is not, it's any which way, right? It doesn't have a right or wrong way. So I'm going to use just what's already on my foam, just to try to get rid of, and this is vintage photo, but to get rid of some of that white, to bring out some of the design. And it does seem to be helping. I have a very unhappy cat. She wants to keep eating. I fed her twice right in a row, and she just wants to eat. I don't know if you've seen the show, I think I'm gonna use this, the show, The Good Place. And there was this one where the Kristen Bell's character was supposed to be watching her friend's dog, and she chose not to watch the dog, but to go someplace, and so she dumped this big amount of food just out for the dog to eat while she was gone. And when her friend came back from her vacation or whatever, the dog was so fat because he ate all of the food that she had to wheel him around in a little wagon. That would be Hedwig. I kid you not. That cat would eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat until I had to wheel her around in a little wagon. They don't want to wheel her around in a wagon. So we are going to put these together to make a pumpkin. So I'm going to turn them upside down and draw the little half circles so I know where to glue. If I can find a pencil. There's one right there. Okay. And she's a heater hog. It's gotten cold here in the Rocky Mountains, and oh, she finds those heaters and she sits on them all day. So, you know, she's working up a sweat sitting on a heater instead of exercising, because anyway, she's a cat. I guess she decided to quit crying. But she's fed. She's extremely well fed. In fact, if I want her to be healthy, I have to say no to her sometimes. Anyway. Okay, so I guess I kind of like that other side a little better. So I'm going to go here. And here. So now I have a pumpkin. Oh, I have a pumpkinish pumpkin. There we go. And I still have the stem from Edison. So I think it goes this way. All right. So let me glue this guy and put them together. And one more step after this. We'll see whether I need to make more leaves or not. Now, the leaves are not Tim Holtz. I know. Every once in a while, I pull out something that is not Tim Holtz. Though y'all know I love him. And would love to meet him and Mario. Though I probably won't. Certainly not going to go stalk him, that's for sure. So, but. And I did mention, so one of the reasons why I like Tim Holtz products is I think that they really are very well made. And they last a long time. They hold together well. Another reason why I love Tim Holtz products is because they're masculine and they're grungy. And nobody does vintage like Tim Holtz. In fact, I was reading one of the pages that I follow on junk journaling. And the question was, do you use Tim Holtz in your junk journaling? And one of the journalers answered, doesn't everybody? So I'm not the only one. But he's definitely the king of vintage. And I have 4 sons and 2 grandsons, and the only other female besides me is my cat. And he's got some cool cat stamps and dies that I enjoy. So it's like he is meant to be my friend. Because I don't do a lot of cutesy. I don't do a lot of girly. And then the flowers that he has, they're funky and interesting and different. This did not come out very well. Again, not a Tim Holtz die. I'm not sure what dye this is, though. I think it's, well, I don't know. It might have just been something I got on Amazon and came out of some other place. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. So I've got these vines that can go right across it. Kind of like that. Maybe I want it to go more kind of like, from here and out. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down. I need to remember not to glue these last little bits or I'll have a mess. Okay. Okay, so here we go. This is Edison. We used 2 different embossing folders on him. Both of them were minis. They both come in a larger size as well, but I used the mini ones. So we used the one with the gears. I don't remember the exact name of it, sorry. And then the ones that look like, I think that one's called Foundry. But anyway, it looks like it's, you know, plated. So you can see that also in the hat. And then this was Frightful Things. This was just 3 ovals. We used the stem from Edison, and then we also used the engraved. There you go. Gosh, I couldn't think of the name of it for a second. The engraved embossing folder. That's the name of it, engraved. We used the technique where you put the permanent ink, which is archival ink, in the folder, and then you fold it. So we did the paper first, and now I'm going to stick this in a drawer, and I will use this again. And then this was not Tim Holtz, but it definitely looks like pumpkin leaves. So that, I now have 2 embellishments or ephemera to use on my bulletin board that I am taking care of. Anyway, I hope y'all have a happy Halloween. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And hit the notification bell so that you will not miss a single episode of Wendy Makes Paper or something silly like that. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.